Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton and joining me today is Tish the Dish.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
How are you, Tish?
I am fantastic.
You are one of our brilliant tour guides.
Thank you so much.
How's it been out there on the mean streets of Beverly Hills?
It's a hard job, but somebody has to do it, It's been great. Eva Longoria, we got her a couple of days ago.
Wow.
And all the award shows have been happening, so a lot of celebrities are in town. So
I saw we got Dave Chappelle the other day.
We did same weekend.
Oh, really?
We actually got Serranish Jackson as well from Insecure. He's brother of Darius Jackson.
There you go.
Yeah, so all boom, boom, boom.
Brilliant. Did you know I used to be a tour guide back in my heyday?
You are a legend
in the tour guide legend.
in the tour guide right? department.
And I slowly tiptoed my way out of there as soon as I could. I love being a tour guide.
Yeah,
tour guide's great.
It's fun. It's interacting with the fans when they come in and they see a celebrity for the first time, like in real life.
They go crazy.
Oh, they go nuts. So that's always fun.
Okay. We got some banger stories today. Jillian Michaels is coming for Oprah. Something like, I don't think anyone usually comes for Oprah, so this one is particularly interesting. We'll talk about that. Mm-hmm. Doja Cat's brother allegedly knocked her teeth out. That is according to their mum, who filed a restraining order against him. Really serious stuff. We'll talk about my clip. I love when I get to be self-indulgent. Talk about myself.
You're so modest.
I'm so modest. Justice Smith, I got him, and he told me that white people aren't allowed to say the name of his new movie. I'll tell you what that name is. It's a good story. I love it. Okay, but to our first story, Kanye West. He has filmed a 40-minute apology video looking down the lens of the camera, apparently, that he plans to release right before his new album drops. So, obviously, he has said and done some pretty dark stuff, some pretty anti-Semitic stuff.
Yes.
And now he's on an apology tour, but I'm not sure how sincere it is.
And your sentiment, I think a lot of people are feeling that way, especially the Jewish community, because he's apologized before.
In Hebrew.
But
it sounded like a ChatGPT apology, like, oh, my heart felt it. It was just like, that's not Kanye.
It just felt kind of generic and insincere. Well, maybe that's why he's doing it this time.
Well, this one allegedly is very rambling and clunky and doesn't really come off as sincere either.
Why do you think he's on such a tour to clear his name for being an anti-Semitic? Why he's really making the effort or appearing to make the effort to apologize to the community?
Because his new album's about to come out.
Okay.
So
it's the money.
It's weird that these apologies coincide with the album coming out. He's either trying to promote it, and look, we're part of the promotion as we speak. So, and I'm sure a lot of other people and websites and podcasts and TV shows and everything are talking about Kanye West today because of this 40-minute apology video. But also, the album, no one knows where it's going to drop. It comes out on February 9th, Vultures. But, see, look there, I just promoted when it's going to come out and the name of the album. But no one knows where, on what streaming platform it's allowed because of his anti-Semitic, Spotify is not going to allow it. Apple Music isn't going to allow it. So maybe these apologies are trying to get the distributors on side so that he can send out his album.
I mean, that definitely makes sense. It's logical. It's business. It's marketing. It's strategic. We know that a lot of people think that Kanye's not all the way there. But this is one guy, no matter how many times you try to cancel him, he always finds a way to get back and selling $200 shoes.
Right. Sock shoes.
They're
not even shoes.
I didn't want to go all there.
but I mean, I agree. He's Teflon Don. There's nothing that'll ever, kill him off. He's always going to be here. He's always going to be popular. I'll probably listen to the album, even though I think that he is a jerk, and that's putting it lightly.
Well, right. And I mean, again, I completely understand why the community feels that way, 100%. But do you think it has something to do with the fact that Oppenheimer, eh, or Oppenheimer, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Uh,
the movie.
no, the real estate guy.
Oh,
Selling
I thought you were talking about the blockbuster
I
Oppenheimer.
haven't
No,
had enough coffee.
you
It's
mean
early.
Jason and Brett Oppenheim, the guys from
Yes.
Selling Sunset, the
Yes.
reality show, who is now
Copy.
selling his house.
Yes.
Do-
Do you think that they've been spending time with him and like Kanye, like,
Absolutely
maybe
not.
rubbing off on him?
No, those guys can't convince anyone of anything. Like, that
They have the number one reality
is it
real
the number one?
estate show.
Is it
It's
number one?
pretty popular. A lot of people come on the tour just to see
The Selling Sunset people.
Selling Sunset. And so again, there is some influence, especially with reality TV stars. Come on, we can't deny it. After all this time, we can't deny that reality TV stars do have an impact on cultural influence, the people, opinion. And so maybe
I don't think that Kanye West spent 6 months calling, death con on Jewish people and
yeah.
and going on all these awful podcasts. Like, it wasn't a mistake. He didn't slip and now he's trying to like make it up. That's how he feels. And and he's been saying it up until very, very recently. No, I don't think that anyone's got to him. I think he's still in a weird mental place. And now he wrote an apology like a week or two ago in Hebrew, which is just kind of twisting the knife, I thought.
Right.
And now he's got a 40-minute No, I don't think he's learned a thing. I think he just flies by the seat of his pants, says what he wants to say in the moment, and tries to sell albums.
So you don't think there's ever any way that Kanye can rectify his relationship with the Jewish community?
No.
He's burned that bridge.
But he doesn't want to rebuild it, I don't think. Like, wait and see what this 40-minute apology video sounds like.
Right.
But I don't think but by all reports, it's rambling and clunky. That were the words that people who've watched it have said. It's Kanye doing Kanye.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, we have to see. Yeah, we have to see it.
On to our next story. Doja Cat.
Horrible.
God, poor Doja Cat. I mean,
Horrible.
it's been a week for her. She got announced as a headliner of Coachella.
Mhm.
And now her mother is claiming that Doja's brother knocked out Doja's teeth.
Horrible.
Her name, the mum, is Deborah Elizabeth Sawyer. The son is named Rahman. And she says that the son often gets very physically abusive, mentally abusive. Doja's got cuts on her, bruises on her. He steals from her, and it just leaves Doja feeling unsafe and traumatized. This came out because the mother was filing a restraining order against the son, which was granted, and she also tried to get one for Doja at the same time, but the judge says Doja's going to have to haul her ass into court and, tell us the same stuff, and then we'll grant that. So what a scary thing for, like, one of our biggest stars to be going through with her brother.
Well, this isn't the first time that the mother's had a restraining order.
Against
on-
him.
Against him. Against him. It's just it expired, so she had it put into place. It's horrible. It's horrific. No one deserves to be abused at all, but especially just like the physical abuse. The fact that he's a guy, she's a woman. She's not a very big woman. You know what I mean? And so my heart goes out for her there. I also feel like she is one of the biggest stars. You can't deny it. Her music comes out. It goes number one.
Mm-hmm.
She's had multiple chart toppers all at the same time within the top 5. So she definitely helped headlining Coachella.
Right.
She's definitely like a major star. So I think that this would kind of soften her naysayers, because she does have some naysayers that give her a hard time as
People
well.
do think, and I don't know what better word, think she's a bit weird. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
I didn't want to say
But
that.
no.
I'm trying to be PC.
Well, no, that is PC. That is saying, like, people think she's
Bizarre.
a bit odd, and she does
Right.
odd stuff.
She does. She does.
But clearly she comes from also an odd place. And so, yeah, you're right. It does make you give you a bit level of empathy and understanding for her, where otherwise you would be a bit like, oh, what are you doing? But now you're like, okay.
It's not as cringy.
It's not as cringy.
Thinking about some of the outfits and things that she's done, because maybe, do you have siblings?
Yeah.
Okay, I do too. And some there are dynamics where there are siblings where there is jealousy or is whatever, enviness or whatever.
Yeah.
And so when she's like going above and beyond and bigger than life, maybe that's kind of just like a, I'm here and you're not.
But he's doing it to the mum too. This guy's just
Well, probably because the mom gives the superstar a lot of attention.
well, who knows? Who knows? I think this has been a pattern of behavior from this guy. So I think that he's got his own issues. I'm not sure why he's not in jail right now. But clearly, he might be headed that way. And I hope the Doja and her mum stay safe now.
Well, we definitely wish them, healing on all levels. We haven't heard anything from her, but definitely if she's got scratches and bruises and things like
Awful.
that, we definitely want to speak, and wish her well and let her know that our thoughts are with her.
Okay, on to our next story. Jillian Michaels, one of the personal trainers from The Biggest Loser, a celebrity in her own right. She is coming for Oprah. Oprah looks great.
She does.
And Oprah recently, without saying the name Ozempic, she recently revealed that her transformation was tied to a medication. And so now Jillian Michaels is explaining or suggesting that the reason Oprah, came out with this confession of sorts is because she's got a piece of the Ozempic pie monetarily. So Oprah is signed with Weight Watchers, or as we call it, WW these days. I don't know why, but we call it WW.
Right.
And so she owns 10% of that business. And then last year, WW, they acquired a company that, is the umbrella company and Ozempic's within.
Oh, really?
So now she's suggesting that Oprah the transformation is an ad. Her saying, I did it mostly by myself and had a little assistance is an ad. And she's saying that people like Oprah who do this are taking the easy way out.
Okay, well, you're talking to someone, okay, and we're being completely transparent. We're going to stick to the facts, but in terms of, we're putting it out there, right? Oprah's on blast. For some of us, we do struggle with our weight, especially after a certain age. Okay. Metabolism, kids, whatever. Everybody's body's different. So I'm kind of torn on it because
you want to slam Oprah right now, don't you? You want to say you're a cheat, Oprah. I can see it in your eyes.
Well,
you're just not supposed to. Is that what you want to say? Wink at me.
I'm not, she's very powerful. I'm not going to say that.
She doesn't listen to the pod. Don't worry.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But I will say this. When Oprah came out, remember, she's always been, like I just said, one of us who has struggled with their weight. You go up, you go down, you get excited, you're in it, you're winning it, and you're winning. And then whatever, life happens, health-wise, emotional, whatever the issue is. And so sometimes you do need a little help. Can I tell you, if I could afford it,
right, I
would get it.
Yeah, I agree with Jillian in that it is an easy way out. And yeah, I'm going to take the easy way out.
Well, have you ever struggled with your weight?
Only that I can't grow muscle. I was a bit of a chubby kid.
Okay.
But now, now I'm just like, no matter what I eat or what I do, like I usually stay the same sort of body type, okay. And if I ever hit the gym, it never really did anything, But I just think that like, you know what else is an easy way out? If I've got a headache and I take an Advil. Advils were invented to help with headaches or whatever.
Right.
And so am I going to go, no, I should drink a lot of water and rest. I'm not going to touch that new technology. Right. No, I'm going to take the Advil. Right. Just like if I wanted to lose some weight, sure, I will take Ozempic. I think it's also, you should be healthier too and, work out and it should be an assistant rather than the only thing you're doing. But like,
exactly.
Good for you, Oprah. And if you're getting a piece of the pie monetarily, why not?
Yes, it's business.
That's win-win then. That's win-win.
Business. Well, but, Jillian, again, she's like Miss Fitness. She's Miss Healthy. She's like, go from the inside out to transform.
I get it.
Rather than the outside in to transform. But,
yes.
my question to her is, have you ever really struggled with your weight? Because no one wants to talk about it, and that's a whole nother discussion. But if there's something out there that can really, truly help people, if I could invest in it, I'll take a little slice of that pie.
Why not? Why not? Her waist is getting smaller and her
She
wallet's
looks
getting bigger.
amazing. Yeah.
Isn't that the perfect situation?
Hey, I'm not mad at her.
Hey,
I'm not mad at her.
bless you, Oprah,
Yes.
if you're listening, which you're not. Someone pass it on. So yesterday,
Yes.
I was at LAX and I ran into this guy called Justice Smith. Really, really nice guy. He's on his way to Sundance to premiere his new film, which is making like waves. It could be a really big one. And I'm not sure if I can say the title. I think you might be allowed to say the title,
Okay.
Tish.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about
We'll talk about
why
that.
you feel like you can't say the
Sure.
title.
Give us the title.
It is called the American Society of Magical Negroes.
Okay. And I go up to Justice and this is how the interview starts. Justice, how are you, mate?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, I'm really looking forward to your upcoming film.
Oh, thanks.
I'm not even sure if I can say the title. Am I allowed to say the title?
No. I would just shorten it to American Society.
American
Keep it at
Society.
that.
Oh, white people need to shorten the title?
Why do you want to shorten
I like that. That is funny. So, obviously, that's a word that is... I don't think I can say it. I don't think I can... Go on, Tish.
It's Negroes.
Right. I know, but I don't know. It's not, the worst. It is bad, though.
Okay, we are in America.
Correct.
There is a derogatory attachment to the N-word.
Right.
And rightfully so.
Right.
I definitely have experienced, being called that in a hateful way.
That's
but
horrible.
then I've also been around my friends, my family, where we use it in a joking way.
Okay.
So it's just part of the vernacular. Whether people want to admit it or not, it's just part of the American vernacular. Now, the word Negro, I don't feel like that's derogatory. It's just like, to me, if we said the word Caucasian or Hispanic, isn't
it black? Don't you say black person? Isn't that the nice way to put it? I think I think the word you're saying is a bit antiquated and old, and I think that what people say now on like a form to get through customs or something like that. I think you tick black. You know what I mean? And I think that's an acceptable word for any race to say. But I just think that anything to do with the N-word is a bit like, I just don't want to tiptoe there. And for you might be like, I know your heart, Charlie, and I know like this, so I don't mind if you say it. But I just still think just like going around and saying it, I'm going to stay out of it, I think.
Well, okay. You're probably smart for doing that, because there's some things I wouldn't touch either, because I'm just not qualified. Let's go ahead and say it. There are things that we're not qualified to speak on. But, there are people who take offense to being called black here in America. I'm not black. I'm brown. There's within, and it's an unpopular conversation.
It's a sensitivity. It's always a sensitivity race.
It is, and there's going to be somebody that gets offended. But I tell you, I would rather someone genuinely saying Negro versus someone saying the other N-word.
Oh, of course. The other one's worse.
100.
But there's a reason. There's a reason they didn't call this movie the American Society of Magical Black People. Like, they put that word in there that is like, it's great PR for the movie, firstly. Because, but also, if a white person goes to buy tickets for the movie at the movies, and like, imagine there's like a black person there, like, selling them tickets. It's going to be so awkward. Can I get one to American? It's going to be so hard. Like, I don't know.
Right. And again, I'm not knocking the movie. I haven't seen it yet. I'm looking forward to seeing it, because especially we're talking about it. Definitely, there's a lot of, and he's going to Sundance.
It looks like a fantastic movie. It's about how so often in movies, the black character is like a mythical, like Morgan Freeman plays that character a lot, a mythical person. You don't really know who they are, but they're kind of magical. And so it's a comment on that. And it's also a comment on the fact that a lot of black people have to change who they are to feel like they fit in or feel safe around white people. So it has like very real world themes.
Well, and so then you want to attract a non-Black audience,
Right.
so that we can invoke change.
Yes.
So I just need to make sure, and we all need to make sure we're checking the temperature of the room or the theater, as
Right.
as we're saying, because yes, we want to make people uncomfortable to think, but we don't want to exclude anybody at any time. We're not trying to continue the divide. We're trying to come together because, I mean, again, we just had Martin Luther King Day a few days ago, and we're supposed to be judging each other by the content of our character, not by the color of our skin. None of us gets to choose how we come into this world, but we get to choose how we walk in this world and how we treat others.
What an uplifting note to end the podcast on, Tish the Dish.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're off to do tours now?
I am off to do tours. I'm so excited.
Oh, God, look at you go. If you are, I'll be like, oh, I'm going to do tours. Oh,
No,
excited.
No, it's Hollywood. It's Beverly Hills. It's Melrose. It's, West Hollywood.
Oh.
It's all those great things that people want to come to our beautiful city to see.
Fantastic, Tish. Well, thank you for joining me,
Thank you.
and we'll catch you here tomorrow. Goodbye.
All right. Thank you.